Right now, the state of Wisconsin does not have a standard in place for pesticides in water, but state agencies are trying to change that with research. Our Tanisha Shaw is covering how this can impact you. Now, Tanisha, this standard could give us more insight into possible health issues, right?
Yes. Hi, Sarah. Since the state of Wisconsin does not have a standard for pesticides in water, we do not know how the pesticides are or are not impacting our health.
We don't have groundwater standards. We cannot understand where the problem comes from, the extent of the problem, and therefore make decisions for potentially reduce the application of pesticides.
The Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection, better known as DATCP, and the Department of Natural Resources are working together to find out what pesticides are in waterways in Wisconsin.
Pesticide applications are regulated activities, and those are regulated by DATCP. In order for DATCP to potentially reduce the rate of application of a pesticide or restrict the use of a pesticide, they need to start, an investigation that's triggered when there is an exceedance of groundwater standard. So in absence of groundwater standard, that whole process cannot start.
A lot of Wisconsin residents depend on groundwater. Sarah Walling from the nonprofit Clean Wisconsin says DATCP's and DNR's look into the pesticides is important for our health.
So making sure that our groundwater is clean and safe for all of us to consume is really the primary focus. And to that end, we don't have groundwater standards for a number of the main the pesticides that we are finding in drinking water.
Without a standard, it's hard to expand research to see how harmful these pesticides are.
But there's been numerous health connections from pesticide exposure to different cancers, thyroid diseases, a litany of human health concerns associated with that. So, but again, the problem is we don't have a standard to compare it to. We don't really have the ability to say how much is too much. Is a little bit of exposure going to cause a significant health problem or not?
Urban areas tend to use filtered surface water. However, more rural areas may have never been tested for pesticides, making a standard crucial for those who get water from private wells.
Private well owners that are located nearby farm fields where pesticides are applied might be more vulnerable to groundwater contamination.
Yeah, and this standard will likely take at least a few years to be set. In the meantime, if you have a private water well, you can get yours tested, but both DNR and Clean Wisconsin tell me that this process is very important, but it's also very expensive. Sarah, I'm going to send it back to you.